All right, today we're diving into something huge, a change that's happening right under our noses. The actual thing we call money is transforming, and believe me, it's splitting into two very, very different futures.
So let me just ask you this. When was the last time you paid for something, anything, with a big roll of cash? Yeah, if you have to stop and think about it, you're definitely not alone. It feels like our wallets are getting lighter, doesn't it?
And here's the thing. This isn't some accident. It's happening on purpose all over the world. But as those familiar bills and coins start to vanish, it opens up this massive question. What exactly is coming next? And to get that, we have to understand why cash is on its way out.
So we are absolutely watching the next chapter for money get written in real time. And yeah, part of it is just convenience, but a huge part is also because of some very specific decisions being made by governments and banks.
I mean, just look at the pattern. It's happening everywhere. You've got central banks getting rid of the big bills, right? The 500 euro note, the old paper £50 note, gone. The whole point is to make big cash deals harder and kind of nudge all of us onto digital platforms. And sure, you see places like Italy raising the cash limit, but notice it's only for a little while. The one-way trend is pretty obvious. Less cash, more digital.
Now, at the very heart of this whole digital shift is one single piece of technology. It's called tokenization. I know, it sounds a little techy, but the big idea behind it is actually really simple. All tokenization does is create a unique digital stand-in, a token, for something that has value in the real world. The best way to think about it is like a digital deed to your house, but for literally anything. It's a secure digital proof of ownership. Now, the tech itself is neutral. It's just a tool. But as you're about to see, how that tool gets used, well, that changes everything.
So what kind of stuff can you tokenize? Honestly, pretty much anything. A house, a share of stock, a bar of gold, a famous painting, even the rights to your favorite song or a rare baseball card. The bottom line is, if it has value and you can own it, you can make a digital token for it. And that flexibility is exactly what makes this technology such a potential game changer.
So here is the most important takeaway. This one technology, tokenization, is the fork in the road. It's building two completely opposite futures for our money at the exact same time. One is a top-down, completely controlled system, and the other? It's bottom-up and totally decentralized.
Okay, let's explore path number one. This is the future being built by governments and the big central banks. We're talking about centralized, programmable money.
This system is what's known as a central bank digital currency, or a CBDC. And in this world, the central bank has absolute control. They create the money, they can destroy the money, they see everything. Every time you buy or sell something, that transaction is tied directly to your ID. It creates what you might call forced transparency. And that allows for some pretty wild stuff, like taxes getting automatically zapped from your account the second you buy something, or the ability to track a product from the factory all the way to your shopping cart.
And this is where it gets really intense. Because when every single purchase you make is a data point linked to you, it's not a huge leap to combine that with, say, your social media activity or your phone's location data. You can see how that fusion of information could paint an unbelievably detailed picture of, well, everything about you.
Just think about something as basic as taxes. Right now, you usually have some flexibility. You file, maybe you dispute something, you pay on a schedule. In a programmable CBDC world, it could just be automatic, instant. It's a pay first, ask questions later kind of system. All that wiggle room you have now, pretty much gone.
But remember, there's another path. So let's look at how that exact same technology, tokenization, can be used to build a totally different future. One that's built from the ground up on decentralization and user control.
This second path uses what are called permissionless tokens, like the Cash token system that runs on Bitcoin Cash. Permissionless is the key word here. It means anyone can create a token for anything without having to ask for approval. You hold your assets directly, in your own wallet. No bank, no broker in the middle. And privacy? It becomes an option, not a command. You can choose to use tools to keep your business your business. Plus, because it's global, the market never closes. 24/7, instant trades, anywhere.
Now, a really quick but important distinction. Not all decentralized networks are the same. Some platforms, like Ethereum, got super popular, but their fees can get crazy high, so high that it makes no sense to use them for small everyday things. You wouldn't buy a coffee with it. The whole goal of systems like Bitcoin Cash is to keep those fees super, super low, so you can actually use it for a coffee.
So how does this actually work? It's really just 3 simple steps. 1. Somebody creates a token for an asset on a public network. 2. You hold that token directly in your own digital wallet. It's yours. And 3. You can then trade it with literally anyone else on the planet, person to person, instantly. No middlemen, no waiting for approval. That's it.
So there you have it. We've got these 2 futures, both springing from the exact same technology, but they are polar opposites in their philosophy. Let's just put them right next to each other and see the difference.
This chart really tells the whole story. Let's just go down the list. Control. With a CBDC, it's the central bank. With a decentralized token, it's you, the user. How is it created? One is centrally controlled, the other lets anyone create a token. What about privacy? Well, it's forced transparency versus optional privacy. And taxes? They go from being automatic and coercive to being manual, just like they are today. The difference couldn't be more clear.
And I really need to stress this. This is not science fiction. This is not some what-if scenario for the distant future. Central banks are testing CBDCs right now. And these decentralized token systems, they're already live and working today. This choice between 2 futures is happening right now. So as our world goes digital, and it is, it all boils down to one final, huge question. It's a question about power, about privacy, and about what kind of world we want to live in. As money leaves paper behind, we all have to ask ourselves, who do we trust to hold the keys?